Hey everybody, Anna Marie here at E3 for RPGamer, and we have La Pièce de Résistance, Penny Arcades on the Rain-Slick Precipice of Darkness 3. And of course we have Robert Boyd of Z-Boy Games here with us. Thank you again, Robert.
Hello.
It's always a great time.
Yeah, thanks for stopping
Spending
by.
some gaming time with you. So let's jump right in. Now this is the third game of the series, and this is a license, the first time you've worked with one. So what was sort of your inspiration behind how you designed the game, jumping mid-series in?
Well, we've been big Penny Arcade fans for many years, so we're very excited to work with this license. And with this game, we wanted to try a few different things that we hadn't done in our previous RPGs, while still sticking with the whole 16-bit aesthetic. So why don't you give it a shot? And
Sure.
I can explain things as you see them.
Okay, so we'll go into the game, and hey, there's Anne, but I want to try one of these later falls, so let's jump in. Oop, that helps if I push the right button, doesn't it? So, fall successfully loaded. So this is going to be available initially on PC via Steam and Xbox Live Indie Arcade.
Indie games.
Indie games, sorry, XBLIG.
Yeah, that'll
So-
be $5 or the Microsoft Fun Money equivalent.
Okay, so where are we right now?
Okay, this is basically our world map. It's the city of New Arcadia,
Right.
and we structured it like the old Super Mario world where you have the little paths that
The nice
open up
dots
as you
and stuff.
progress
That's
through the
cool.
game.
Oh yeah, lots of
I
places
mean,
to visit here.
There's stores, and yeah, this is about maybe an hour into the game.
Okay, so the green dots are places that I visited, and red dots are places I have not gone yet?
Actually, the color of the dots is kind of random.
Oh, okay.
They originally meant a bunch of stuff, and I haven't bothered changing them into anything. But
So-
what's happening here is Gabe and Tycho run their own kind of occult detective agency.
Right.
And a valuable artifact of theirs, the Necrowombicon, has been stolen.
Oh dear.
And they have just received a call from the museum up at the top of the map, asking them to come in, check in on them because they've also had something major stolen.
Okay, so let's
So, yeah.
dash.
So
Oh,
you
right, here we go.
run up
Let's
to the museum,
dash back over to the museum, and we'll
press
hit A.
A, and
In we
you're
go.
into it.
Museum
Now
of
before
Contemporary
and Ancient Works. Now, before you get into the battle, you should open up your menu.
That's
This is a little later into the game. Go to
Right.
class,
okay.
and as you can see, each character has one class that is unique to them
Right.
that you can't change, but you also get additional class slots that you can stick in optional classes to further customize them and give them abilities and improve their stats and so on.
Ooh, now how did I get these sub-jobs?
Okay, you get them just as you're progressing through the story. So
Hey, I remember you were talking about this one on Twitter.
yeah, Tube Samurai, Crabomancer, Hobo, Gentleman, Cordwainer, Slacker, and there's one more, Element Store. And
Oh.
then later on you unlock additional ones.
So we'll do that one for our lovely floating skull. Maybe Crabomancer Ham. Oh no, actually, let's Crabomancer Ham. And then we will do, oh, I see, you can't double up any of the jobs.
No, you can't
Right.
double up on any of them.
Well, then let's make him a Tube Samurai. And then we'll, oh, I see, and each of the jobs level up individually. Now, is that per person or the job in
The
general?
job itself levels
Okay.
up, so if you want to switch who uses a certain job, it's not a problem. And also, jobs that you're not currently equipped still gain XP, just at a slightly slower rate, so you can try out new jobs if you don't like your original selections.
Okay, lots of cool RPG mechanics in here. And do I see a recap in there as well?
Yes, complete
Ooh.
with haiku descriptions of what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay, awesome.
And the
So-
bottom part that tells you how much money you have is randomly generated from a list of adjectives and nouns. So each time you open up the menu, it'll tell you something different.
Cool. Okay, well, let's get to the action. Gotta jump right into this. Oh dear. We love Gabe. Ooh. I was wondering why the statue up there was a little too animated.
Here we have our battle system, pattern of course visually after classic Super Nintendo RPGs like Final Fantasy VI. You can see at the top it tells you whose turn it is. And yeah, you can look at different enemies, see how much hit points they have, what their power level is, which continually increases the longer the battle's been going. You have various spells. Yes, RTFM, which consists of you throwing a book at the enemy.
Excellent.
And we used a slightly different magic point system here, where everyone starts at 0 MP each battle, and then it goes up 1 MP each turn. So you can either use a bunch of cheap spells or save up for some bigger stuff. And this is still pretty early in the game, so it's not too difficult. And so we probably won't see you crash and burn too badly.
Sweet. Oh, there we go. Super effective. I mean, if I do die, it'll just be all that much more interesting.
Yeah, and if you do die, then it doesn't kick you out of the game. It just kicks you out of that battle, and you can try it again with maybe a different strategy or a different set of classes.
Bronze enthusiast.
Yeah, we had somebody complain that wasn't historically accurate. To which we said, I'm sorry if our game full of, animate skulls in jars wasn't historically accurate enough for you, but we're okay with that.
I want to, oh, where's the one that's right behind me? There it is. And that way I can delay some of those attacks. Oh, super effective. Now, is then there sort of a way to look back at these enemies and discover what was super effective against them, or do you just sort of need to remember?
You just have to figure it out on your own.
Right.
We thought about inserting some sort of scan ability, but thought that might make things too easy, so.
And of course, these are at a certain % of power, and that's going to increase as their turns move onwards, much as your previous titles have.
Yeah, which we do to prevent people from just spamming heal spells for the entire battle, winning through attrition.
Yep. Hey, $40. Oh, very nice.
And since you just got a bunch of classes, they're all leveling up like crazy.
Right. So level 8, level 8, level 9. Hey, level 5. So it'll jump, and that way you don't have to worry about slowly slugging up your old, your newer classes. Right. Okay. I like this. These passive abilities are really nice.
And there's a description of something I just told you. So.
Yep. Now, are these hints sort of peppered throughout the game at the appropriate times?
Yeah, I mean, especially for the first hour or two, there's a lot of these kind of hints. Later on, we don't do as much hand-holding because we figure the players should know what they're doing by then.
Right. Now, this says do not touch.
Yes.
What happens if I touch it?
Well?
Oh, well, 7's not bad. It's, average on a typical RPG or a typical video game website, right?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
Now, if you want to progress the story, that's the way to go. The other way.
Oh,
the other way is just in a couple extra battles.
To get yourself beefed up. These cave people look like they're a different color.
Yes.
Ah, respects your unique beingness. Let's see if I can get it.
Each enemy has its own description, most of which were written by Jerry Holkins from Penny Arcade. He
Very nice.
Had a lot of fun writing those.
Maybe we'll see if we can delay this guy a little bit. Do I get it? Ah, there we go. I did manage to get it in before his turn.
And pretty soon you're going to get the next character in your party who has some interrupt abilities that can push back. That's actually
what I was about to ask.
Very similar to Grandia, where if you hit them with an interrupt ability right before their move, they'll get pushed way back and on the bar and take a lot longer to get their next move off.
Perfect. No big delay. And now I'm leveling up again. Ah, director's cut. So you don't get everything quite every level. Neanderthals. Are these enemies? or are they
No,
just
those are just
there?
decoration.
Oh, hey, there she is.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are different enemies. I want to get that guy who's first in line. There we go. Oh, I see. Attack stance. And then that builds up some of his other abilities.
Yeah, how the Tube Samurai works is there's 4 different stances you get,
Right.
and each one has its own special ability that you
Okay.
can only use if you're under that stance.
If you're under that specific stance, that makes sense.
And there are bonuses if you switch between stances in the middle of battle.
Oh, really? Okay, so it isn't punishing you.
Right.
He's nice and powerful. Oh, resisted. Now what happened there?
It just means it does less damage.
Right, so it's the opposite of being super effective?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, most flying enemies are weak
Resistant
against
to-
air and strong against
to
earth.
Right, okay. Now, these path of abilities are only activated when you have that specific class pin equipped, right?
Right.
Okay.
And yeah,
So-
some of them are just stats and others have special effects. Like I mentioned, the Tube
Ooh,
Samurai
treasure
gets a
chest.
passive that gives him a bonus whenever he switches stances.
Ah, the Molotovs are back. Excellent. What class are they part of?
It's just an item, so you
Oh,
can
okay.
use it on with anybody.
Perfect, okay.
And our item system's a little different than normal in that you can use items as much as you want in a battle up to a point, and then in the next battle it all gets replenished.
Perfect, okay.
And you can go and purchase upgrades and that make your items more powerful or let you use it more times in a single battle.
Okay. Let's see if I can jump by the enemy. Oh, I see. So he can actually tank.
Yeah, the Crabomancer's kind of the tank class.
Get a little bit of cool stuff going on. So he's got 2 MP now. Oh, I forgot to do his first thing. Oh, goofy me. Oh, right. Nice. So, and I mean, the basic attacks still seem to be relatively useful, powerful.
At least early on.
Right. You do need
We
to
try
be a little
to
more.
get the difficulty to start out really low so you can learn the systems without too much worry and try
Right.
out the different classes, and then
Yeah.
by the end of the game it's fairly difficult. And like our previous games, we have different difficulty levels you can choose from for if you want a challenge or if you just want to focus mostly on the story, you can pick an easier one.
Oh dear. Is this Taiko's ex-girlfriend? Okay, we love you. So let's see who are. Mora Zozan? Okay. Awkward. What? That's his ex-wife? Oh dear. Oh, apparently this is a surprise to everybody. Well, it is gay. That's an understandable sentiment. Oh dear. So who did a lot of the writing for the script?
It was a collaborative effort, so
Right.
in some parts Jerry did entirely himself, other parts I did, and then he would go back and penny arcadeify it and make sure every character sounded like they were supposed to.
Right. Okay. Now is Mora in the strips at all, or is she
She's a new character that's
specifically for Rain
specifically
Slick?
introduced in this game.
Okay. Is she ever going to make an appearance in the arcade strip?
I think Jerry likes her, so I wouldn't be surprised if she shows up somewhere else.
Definite possibility. And of course, you've talked about on Twitter the possibility of a Rain Slick 4, although I don't think you're ready to talk about that one quite yet.
It's not a possibility. We've already announced that
Oh,
we're going
okay.
to do 4.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, I can't really talk a whole lot about it just because it's still in the pre-planning stages. and
Right.
We're still just kind of throwing out ideas of what we think might be cool to put in it. So.
Right.
But
So-
yeah, I mean, the series was originally planned as a 4-game series. And
Right.
We're sticking with that plan, and
Okay.
we're going to finish it off with the next one.
Okay. Now, is that going to be the same sort of style and feel of this?
I said we don't know quite yet.
No, fair
I mean,
enough.
I imagine it's going to be very similar in a lot of ways, but I mean, we don't want to just take the same game and put
And
new
rehash
areas
it,
in
yeah.
it. We want to change things up and keep
Right.
things interesting.
So, is it just me, or is there a Cthulhu Saves the World nod in this particular museum?
I think that's just you. I don't know where on earth you would be seeing that.
Just something out of the corner of my eye, of course. So she's going to join my party, and then we can. Oh dear! Is this an awkward level? Is this an awkward lovers quarrel? For reals. Awesome.
Okay,
This
so now
is
you have her, and you can give her a new class, and here's the little tutorial on how to use interrupt
Right.
abilities.
Okay. So let's equip her with a class. She is a gumshoe. So would it be ironic to make her the gentleman?
Go with your gut.
Sure. Let's find, ooh, which enemy do I want to go to? This one looks more fun. Okay.
Yeah, so some battles have special conditions that change things up. Like
Right.
in this one, just using a regular attack will push the enemy back on the bar.
Awesome, nice. Okay, so just attacking. Oh wait, he has
it-
first blood. Oh dear, his head is really like that? That's unfortunate.
And then she has a gumshoe ability that lets you interrupt.
Oh, nice. Okay.
0
Let me
MP.
find one that's close by. There we go. Or is that the one that I set him on? Hopefully not. And this one will just push back, so we'll just pile everybody on and see how it works. Oh wow, that did actually, yeah, those are significant pushbacks. That's actually
Yeah.
very handy.
Yeah, if you spam it too much, it gets less effective. But
Right. So.
and it's less effective if they're not in that last part of the bar.
Oh, okay. So maybe him. I didn't play a lot of Grandia. Okay, yeah, that did push it back less this time. So he's eliminated. He's eliminated. And I guess we'll just attack and push him back that way. That'll give me enough time to power up. Perfect. Well, that was really fun, actually.
Yeah, we wanted to have a battle after the tutorial for interrupt attacks that really let you just have fun with it and not worry
Right.
too much. So that later on when the battles start getting difficult, you know how to use it. And
Perfect. Well, I'm really excited for this game, and it's coming out on July 10th, so it's a very short wait. Thank you so much for your time today, Robert.
yeah, thanks for coming.
Awesome. Thanks.